this fight.
A moment!
Mission.
What's up, viewer? Thanks for joining me. Actually, I haven't played this in a little bit. I've been stuck on other games, but I figured I check this out, and I saw these new contract things, so I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. So if I suck, forgive me. I'm a little rusty. Let's see here. Well, they changed this up a little bit, didn't they? If I liked the game that enough, I would do something like that, but actually I haven't done any supply drop buys in this game, or purchasing COD points. Somewhat semi-boycotting, but it is what it is. I really like these new guns, especially the Exxon. It's pretty dope. Yeah, I don't think a lot of McNeils have, actually. So it's been a while, and I was like, ah, what the hell. But yeah, this gun right here is dope. Assuming that I can aim. How's the surgery go? I know you had it recently. Again. Fuck. Shit happens. Man, I haven't really talked to any of the McNeils for a long time, actually. Because people stopped playing the game. I still get the chat messages, but I don't really respond to them. Fuck. Ugh. Damn. But yeah, some of those contracts, those are kind of cool. Free epic weapon, basically. Damn it. I see that they haven't fixed the mechanic where I shoot first. I still die first. Ooh, shit. But yeah, man, you been alright? Haven't heard from you in a while. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Like I said, this XCon is a pretty solid gun. I'll show you the other gun in a second here. This gun, this is fun. It's a dynamite. Shoots like through both barrels. It's dope. Probably my favorite out of the SMGs. It's a solid gun. I mean, the range is... It gets a pretty good kickback at a range. And, of course, you have to... A couple extra bullets. But the concept of it is great. I like the reload mechanic. But yeah, man, I've been playing Neo, and I've been playing with this other... or playing with Smiley a lot, so... Really, that's only who I play with. Zach... Smiley Aaron, and then every once in a while Squirrel, but I don't even play with him that much. Just mostly me, Zach, and this other guy. Come on, come back. I know you were over there. Guess not. Oh shit. Damn it. But, so you haven't been on here either for a while? What you been up to other than family stuff? Really? Yeah, I finally got my Valkyrie to 108 on that, but I haven't played For Honor in a bit, because, yeah, it's kind of crazy. I heard they kind of changed the concept of it a little bit. Thanks, man. Will do. Thanks for joining and watching for a little bit. It's good to hear from you. Have a good night, bro. Not bad, not bad. Yo, yo. What's up? Should have gone with the guy that was closer. Say what? Are you referring to Borderlands? Yeah. Were you talking that whole time? Because I only heard when you started talking about it's the DLC characters that fit the, or the DLC woman that fixed the character. Oh, but you just realized you were muted. Yeah, because I didn't. The only thing I heard is when you came in and you said it's the DLC weapons that fit the character. So I thought you were like watching my stream and you were referring to these guns. Yeah, it was just weird. I was like, the DLC weapons that fit the character. What the fuck is he talking about? Ah. Jeez. You've only been doing that for 30 minutes? Well, I guess it makes sense. I mean, even with that badass ranking or like 66 tokens, still can go pretty fast. But now if I did it for like a little bit, like an hour or so of just doing that, fuck man, because I got like 169 tokens, so I should be up there. There's everybody in this running around with a shotgun here. The DLC ones are. Mm-hmm. Ah. Mm-hmm. Well, there's a lot of homing. You just gotta look for homing grenades, that's all you gotta look for. Because there's a lot of grenades. Yeah. You can find ones that do slag, you can find ones that do fire, electric, all that stuff. It's just homing. There's even some that are like slagged homing transfusion, so. Mm-hmm. Nice. Well, if you get one, you gotta do it. What level are you? Nice. Oh, that is awesome. This dude's got like a samurai Orochi mask on. Like the demon face with the demon mask. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've got these two contracts, and one is like earn 125 kills with this Warfighter Merc or Synaptic Rig, and then the other one is earn 75 kills by ADSs. The one for the mission teams gives me 15,000 mission team experience, and then the 75 kills gives me an epic weapon hack, contains an epic weapon, so it's like a free epic weapon. Hopefully it's not one I already have. Or one that I'll actually lose. Well, that's where I'm at. With all my stats, I'm at about 50%. Well, I'm like 47, 48. Mm-mm. Alright. Basically. Fuck my stats up, delete my system or something. Delete my character somehow. No. Unless you actually delete the character. Yeah. 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 You should see how shitty I am at this game. Huh? You cut out. I said you should see how shitty I am at this game. You don't want to support me in my streaming? You'd rather not watch me do bad. Mm-hmm. That's harsh. But makes sense. I'm not bad. No, you're just being honest. I don't care. Well, if somebody felt that was harsh and mean just because simply because you're saying that, then there's something wrong with them. I mean, I'm not super great, but I'm not shitty either, so. I mean, because, like, there's times where I can just be destroying it. And of course, there's those times where I can't kill anybody, everybody kills me, no matter what I do. Hacks and stuff. Not at all. Mm-hmm. Basically. Basically. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, if it's not like the stupid mechanics that they add into the game, it's the people who have to do something to get ahead on games like this, and then just say they're good. Like, no, man. Like, if I get beat by somebody who's just legitimately good, great, you know? Because there's always going to be someone better. Even if I was the best person in the world, somebody's going to be better. So, you know, I put that past me. And I got used to all the people and hackers and stuff, so it doesn't really bother me either. I mean, it's annoying, it's frustrating, yada yada yada. But at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do about it. It's gonna happen regardless. So. Which is why Squirrel, on the other hand, just can't seem to fathom that. I'm like, it's gonna happen, dude. Yeah. And you're like, no, just play the fucking game, yeah. Does he bitch at you when you kill him? What? The dodgeball? Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. Let the beast drop. Hey. Alright. I guess I could take that. Nice. Mm-hmm. That's fine. What's up, cat? Why are you looking at me like that? Oh. Or, I don't know, I mean, because I've had it from, I think, you just hit, like, what? It, like, goes back and forth. I've had it where it's, like, 3, then it goes back to 2, then it goes back to 3, then it goes back to 2. It's been 2 for a minute, so I don't know if 2 is this kind of, like, what it's going to be at now, but... that's where it's been for a long time for me, so... Kibble! But yeah, I don't know if like 50 will change the statage of it, but yeah. Guess so. How many tokens you use now? I thought you had more than that. I thought it was like 66 or something. Damn, I can't even kill anybody now. Go figure. I can't talk like that. What? Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Jeez. Jeez. That would have been nuts. And like, well, that would have been like people out of jobs. Oh man. Oh. The fuck? That's fucking crazy, dude. Maybe what? Oh man, that's a bad idea. Nice. Well, you just do it while somebody's around. Oh, yeah. But you gotta be the sly with the whole getting them to do it. He's got another. And how she end up with him? How? You're gonna intimidate me? That's what I heard. I would do this, but no, I'm probably not going to do this. There's a apparently there's a Naruto Ninja Storm Ultimate Ninja Storm Legacy, and it's apparently supposed to have all of them, like all 4 Storm games with the DLC. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. I would much rather hit 72 with like fucking. I mean, I do want to get at some point 72 for Necromancer, but I would much rather actually get with Siren because I love the fucking Siren. Okay. Well, would have to. I mean, I enjoy the Necromancer, so that's not the problem. Is this? I pick that because home, and I do like Zero, but the Siren is really more my style. But of course, I didn't want Miss Pissy Pants be like, I only picked the Siren, you can't pick her, blah blah blah. Or going too far ahead and. Well, no, it's not even that. He just wants to have a playthrough. We all play through it together. That's really what it is. Because he wants to play through it all without anybody getting higher level, but and only play it when we're playing together. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I mean, not like he plays it enough anyway, so. It's kind of like, oh, okay, well, there's nothing else to. Didn't invite us, but whatever. Yeah, well, I'll switch over in a second here. Yeah. How are you doing it with that, like, losing party chat? Because I can still hear you the whole time you're doing it. What? could. You just have to, like, you know, every time we kill him, if it doesn't work, we'd both back out and start anew. I mean, granted, I don't know what you would want to do that, but what we'd have to do is get to the point on my game, or get to the point where you were at when we left off, so that I can have the 4 slots. Because remember, if I just jump in with a siren, that doesn't, because my siren's only level 2, so if you jumped in, I wouldn't have any slots. I mean, granted, with you could probably roll me through it, but on the last few ones, but by that, yeah. But you also got to think, what am I thinking? Shit, I don't even know. Never know what's on my mind. That's the thing I hate about, one thing that I can't really control necessarily about me, is that I'm always thinking, and I can't stop not thinking, and I don't mean, I'm just always distracted by things, man. So I can't really focus, like, even on these kind of games when I'm doing really good, I'm always thinking all this about this other crap and stuff like this, and oh yeah. Yeah. Stuff that's not gonna matter in like 2 days anyway. Stuff that's gonna matter in like an hour or 2. Well, it's just even that. My mind is constantly on the move, and I could be thinking about literally nothing, but it's because the fact that I'm thinking about literally nothing that I can't focus on, like, playing a game that I like. This game, I enjoy it. I mean, I've always enjoyed shooters because I love shooters. But even if I'm like dead quiet and I'm like trying my hardest to focus, it just doesn't work. You camping ass fucking bitch. That's another thing. Campers. Campers, people who are actually good, and cheaters. Literally the only kind of people in this game. No, I'm not talking about... I'm not talking... Well... Well, it all depends. Like, if you sit in a building, and you have claymores and everything else detecting the other window, or the other entry, and you're just sitting there the whole fucking match, whether you're sniping or not, that's camping. Now, I can understand if you're defending a building and you're going back and forth and you're checking all windows, you know, you're not just sitting there with infinite ammo of claymores and stuff like that, and or like when you die, you go back to the same window and you keep doing the same thing and you don't even bother anywhere else. That's camping. If you're moving around sniping and you're only there for a couple kills, cool. But if you're sitting in a window ADSing the whole time, then that's camping. Some of them, yeah. Not always. Yeah, I would say not always, because I can definitely be putting more rounds into somebody and hitting them first, and somehow, even though they're doing body shots, the same kind of shots I am, not even hitting the head, I'll die before them, and they're using the same fucking gun. So. Or even if they pick up the same, like if they pick up my gun for another, they pick up my gun after they kill me, and we're battling again, and they kill me still, even though I'm hitting them first. Same area. That's the same. That's the inconsistent with the game. So with most shooters, because it's hard. I mean, it's hard to do that. Kind of like in the UFC game, where you can't really regulate those legal hits because it happens random. Put on the fact with like it's also game server latency and input latency based on the controller and all that stuff, so So you're camping? Camping, sniping. Holding down a position. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, because it's all based... Like I say, it's... The new style of gameplay is honestly... It's got a frequency of people with ADD and like twitchy habits. That's why it's all super fast paced and jumpy and stuff. It's because now these kids are all like... Everybody's fucking got some kind of attention span deficit, so they're like... Gotta do all this crazy stuff to keep them in mind, because if you have like a slow... That's why Ghost didn't do too well, because it was a slower paced game, and you know, it wasn't really twitchy to any kind of standard. And so, yeah, like I said, and then now they wanted, even though it's a M-rated game, they still target it to like all those 15-year-old, 12-year-old twitchy-ass kids who want to be cool and do all these stupid-ass trick shots and all that stuff, and they want super fast pace and, you know, snap shooting. Yeah, man, so that's literally why they've done it, to broaden the audience. And so it's basically audience to fucking twitchy-ass, ADA-ridden kids. That's what's plaguing shooters, especially the Call of Duty community. And then, of course, hackers. I mean, I almost think they pay people to hack. Believe it or not, I almost... Like, I feel like companies pay people to hack, because like half of the people who hack don't even get banned, man. Yeah, there should be an asshole, yeah. Yeah, but people don't think about it. Like, they've designed these games for people who can't fucking focus on an area or focus on a target for more than like a couple seconds, because their mind is sporadic. I mean, and it's true because I'm part of that group. I mean, because I can't focus on. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can play a game just fine, like Battlefield 1 or something, and do pretty well, even with sniping and stuff like that. But still, because my mind has got like I've got like probably 100 billion thoughts going into my head. I mean, and obviously I can't really pinpoint any of it because it's just mumble jumble. So that's why I can't really focus on this shit. So, and I apparently can't play and I can't do first-person shooters and talk a lot and still do good. Because right now I've been yeah, right. I don't care. I'm just doing it for fun. But yeah, I've been this time that we've been talking and whatnot, and I'm talking to you. The last two games, like last game, I think I went like 9 and 22. This time I'm going 13 and 20 because I'm talking and all that stuff. And I don't care. I don't really care about this game anymore. So I just play to play it. I was like, let me do something cool, and then I saw these little contract things. So like, all right, I get a free weapon, get 75 kills aiming down the sight. No big deal. I can do that easy. But before you got on, I was like doing pretty well. So. I bet there'd be no point to having you in the party chat if you're not going to talk to anybody. I mean, that's the part of a party chat. You're chatting. But the thing that's consistent with me in all types of games that are multiplayer is that more than like campers and hackers and shit like that, the things that annoy me the most are people using cheap tactics. Literally, any kind of game. Fighter games, like you already know that, but fighting games, shooting games, MMOs, all that good stuff. Games like that, dude. If you're using cheap-ass tactics to win, that just is what annoys the fuck out of me. Everything else, it is what it is. Don't really care. You beat me, you lose. I beat you, I beat you. No big deal. But cheap tactic wins fucking annoy the shit out of me. Like For Honor when they just throw you off cliffs or into spikes, or they double team you and yep. So you want to hear the crazy week I get to have? Wouldn't be surprised. So I'm supposed to be off tomorrow, but okay, let's back up to go back into the background. All right, so I've got 4 people in my department, just in the seafood section, because me and seafood are of the same group, but you know, you got the clerks for meat and you got the clerks for seafood. Anyway, there tends to be a thing where I've got 4 people. I've got my lead, I've got me, and I've got 2 other people. One kid is a high schooler, and he's on a paintball team. He does I think he's in a band. Or not a band, but he's in band, and he plays tennis. So, and then we have this other guy, and this other guy, he usually is only open, but he's lazy as shit, and he doesn't really care about anything. But he's basically the second, he's the second opener, main opener, so like, yeah, and then he'll close on days that me and the other kid are off, or if I'm doing a mid shift and the other kid is off, I'll close. So, or he'll close, but what the fuck? So, but the thing is that the high school kid, his week literally changes every fucking week. So his schedule is never consistent, even though that when you're hired, you put in your availability and say, these are the days that I can work. Simple enough, and then you kind of follow through that. If you have your thing to open availability, you basically work whatever they give you. Unless you have a special event going, or some emergency, or something like that, or you need a request. Right? Typical things. But his schedule changes all the time. So, every week I have to constantly change my fucking schedule to fit his, so that everything is covered. So, there's no gaps, or not too big of gaps, and people not being in seafood or whatever. And then you get this other guy who has another job. He's 2 jobs now, recently, and now he can only work certain days and whatnot. And then sometimes they put in the schedule in, because they've never been able to do schedule right anyway, so they always fuck up the schedule. And so I have to go back and change that schedule, change his schedule, change my schedule to cover bases for their changes in their schedule. And the only one I'm not dealing with is my lead, who only opens, which is, seafood manager, or whatever you want to call it. Obviously, most managers or whatnot, they're always in the morning. Makes sense, no big deal. But anyway, so last week, the high school kid, who, mind you, just asked the girl to prom, and they just decided to start dating and whatnot as well, decides to request the week off, and his reasoning being, oh, I've got to catch up. I really got to catch up and focus on schoolwork, blah blah blah. But being at that age, and even though I wasn't somebody who was like puppy dog love and all that high school bullshit, I know if it's like your first girlfriend or whatever in high school and you got that puppy love type BS shit, you tend to want to spend a lot more time on that person. So, with that being said, I kind of figured that I already had this in this mind, that he's not really going to do what he said he was going to do. He's taking a week off mostly so he could probably spend time with her. Whatever. So we're down 3 people. Now, mind you, my lead only does opening, even though technically, even if you're management, you're supposed to close at least, I think it was twice, or maybe once. I don't know. It's either 2 times a week. You're supposed to at least close 2 times a week. 1 or 2 times. So, but she never does. She doesn't want to do that. Whatever. Me, on the other hand, I don't have any set availability because it's pretty much open. But I've verbally told them repeatedly that I can't do mornings. Not because I don't want to, it's not in a health for me because I'm up late, whether I'm playing a game or trying to sleep, I'm up late. I have insomnia, so I have to drain myself before I can sleep. Or otherwise, if I try to go... well, no, it's not a big deal with that, but... I mean, because I can still go to work at like 9 to 5 or stuff like that, but their mornings start at like 6 a.m. and fuck that. 9 o'clock is pushing it, but like 10 and past, we're good to go. But anyway, since I have that insomnia that I really have to exhaust myself before I can sleep, otherwise if I try to go to sleep anytime sooner, I'm gonna wake up 3 or 4 times anyway, or just not sleep at all. So, yeah. That being said, even though I have an open availability, I can go from basically 10 to whenever, no big deal. But I prefer those mid shifts. But so anyway, I was supposed to have, because that kid, the high school kid who usually would close most days, he'd close most days and I would close on the weekend because he can't work weekends. Because of all his other extra activities he's doing, he can't apparently work weekends, and mostly not because, honestly, it's not because he can't, it's because he doesn't want to. It's just, you know, typical high school bullshit. No one wants to, they want to have their fun on the weekends because they're not grown enough to be, yeah, they don't want to be like working on a weekend and have their fun and be a kid and blah blah blah, which I understand, but, you know, grow the fuck up. No one, but yeah, so my schedule, I was, for this week, since he's not working and the other guy can't work a few days, my schedule was that I was off Tuesday, and then I was supposed to have Thursday off. But, because the schedule didn't schedule anybody for Thursday for closing, no, I was like, alright, I'll come in, but I won't do a full shift. So I'll be like 6 to 11, just to close basically. So I'm that. And then Friday I have off. And then the other guy is going to take that shift. The Joseph guy that occasionally closes, but mostly opens, the second opens. Or opens for Elisa when she's not working. He works, he's gonna close. And then on Saturday, that's gonna be the real fun. Saturday is basically, so Good Friday is gonna, I'm off, so luckily I'm off for that. Yeah. But Saturday, which Saturday and Sundays at a fucking grocery stores are the worst fucking times forever, and you know this being in Walmart, so you know that Saturday, Sundays are fucking hell, and then some. Oh yeah, Sundays are ridiculous, and it's always like the time that most people who only get the chance to go grocery shopping for the week, yada yada yada, or like I said, church and all that good stuff, so it's the worst day of the week. And so anyway, because of that, I was scheduled 11 to 7, right? And then the guy who opens, usually he was scheduled to close. No big deal, except apparently because he works the other job and he says that he's told Elisa or whatever, my lead, about it, whatever, he can't work, he can't close. So, and because it being Saturday, and especially being Saturday before Easter, she's gonna need all the help she can get at, in the morning. So that's just why it was 11 to 7. But since the Jason kid can't work because he requested it off because he wants a quote gets better at school, and because Joseph apparently has that other job and so he can't work here, I have to work from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. I gotta work 12 hours because, yeah. And then, today, the meat manager, well, he's not the meat manager, he's more so of he's the market manager, is what he is. So he's actually responsible for meat and seafood, and then seafood, my seafood manager, she's only basically for seafood. She doesn't manage his meat, it's just seafood, but he's basically her boss in a way. On Tuesday we had like basically the president of the company come in and do walkthroughs with some other people, and I guess he was in a meeting with them and blah blah, and they were he came back today when we were closing and was like, alright, well, I'm technically supposed to be, well, all intents and purposes, I'm in charge of all of seafood and meat and seafood. So, and he's like, I haven't really been, I've usually been hands off because, my lead is fairly decent at running. She's not the perfect manager for seafood, but she works decently well. But now, with all the scheduling crap, and because everybody has an issue with Joseph, which is the guy that opens and has their second job or whatever, since everybody has a problem with him, basically, one, because he's not very good at doing his job, he's very lazy, he half-assed everything, and he could care less, honestly. And then because of the other kid, who his week is changing all the time, and they're really up, that's more so of actual store management, because, like I said, you work a job, you put your availability in, and you're supposed to go through it unless something happens or you request a certain day off because of A, B, and C. You're supposed to work your availability that you put in when you first come to work, unless something happens, changes, and you change your availability, and then you still stick with the availability. They're like, well, anyway, he told me it was, there's some new thing is going to be in effect pretty soon, and he's going to start, like, taking care of both scheduling. So he's like, I don't have a problem with you, because he knows that I work, and I work harder than probably most of the people in meat as well. One of the harder working people in meat and seafood, period. Minus, like, a couple of the butchers, 2 of the butchers. That's it, really. Everybody else, I probably work harder, and I work, I'm more willing to help both sides and all this stuff, but, he's like, I don't have any problem with you, so, whatever, I already know your situation as far as, like, mornings, and so, I have no problem with working with you and your schedule. But now he's like, whatever is put in there, you follow that. You don't, you don't go try to change up the schedule to balance out, to cover those shifts, for the ones that the kid said, oh, I can't work this, or the other guy said, I can't work these. You go by what I put down, and what I say is, what I print out, the schedule, that's the schedule. You go by that, yeah. Yeah, no changing because, oh, yeah, I talked to somebody and I can't work this day, blah, blah, blah. You don't worry about that. Because he said, like, you definitely shouldn't, you're not paid to fuck with the schedule. And you shouldn't have to adhere to somebody else's schedule and work your schedule for them, so it's convenient for them. they're supposed to have an availability. That's what they're supposed to work, and they're supposed to, whatever it's printed out on that sheet, that's what it's supposed to work. And so, well, basically, he's gonna try it on like the high school kid. He's a cool kid. He's you know, it's just the fact that the times that he does work, he only comes in at like 7 and 11, so he's only working like 4 hours, and he only works like 3 of the days. So he's kind of useless, almost. I mean, he does good clothes and everything like that, but he does nothing, like, as far as work. Like, his hours, it's basically... It's like something... He just does it just to have something to do, but that doesn't work. We need people who can work the full 8-hour shifts, you know? So... Even if he's got part-time, but... You know, he can still work 3 days, 8 hours, and be done with it. But since most of the time he's working, it's only like 4 hours. Some days he can work 8 hours and whatnot, and like I said, his ever-changing schedule just, he's like, you know, basically he's trying to weed him out. Unless something happened and he can get more consistent, he's basically going to kind of run him out, because he can't like necessarily just fire him, obviously, but he can be like, you know, sit down and be like, this is how it's going to do. If you want your job, then you got to basically adhere to your availability, blah blah blah. If you don't, you can't work it, then see you later. Yeah. And then with the other guy, he has like, he challenged one thing. He's kind of like Squirrel. He will have to challenge you on every little thing, and so everybody gets annoyed with him because he's always got something smart ass to say. He doesn't close very well because he half-asses everything. When he opens, he always uses the back stuff. He mostly 80% of the stuff that he puts out in the case isn't fresh. It's from the day before. So it's like they're putting out the product twice on the case. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to, you know, you can use some of the backstock stuff from the day before that was already in the case. If it's still relatively fresh looking, there's no smell to it, whatever. If it has any kind of smell in it, you're supposed to throw that, scan it out, weigh it out, scan it, throw that shit away. But, Key, man, he'll just basically have the same shit in the case for 2 days. I mean, and the only good thing about that is that when I come in to close, I usually don't have to worry about doing the backstock, because our backstock from the days, at night I put these in the container and then I put it on our standing cart, standing tall cart, and so I don't have to worry about it, you know. But like when my lead work comes in, half the time she doesn't do all the backstop, and so I end up having to come in and do all her dishes that she does do. Then I have to do all of the backstock, have to pack that stuff out or throw it away, and then I have to put it out on her wall. And so it's like so much stuff that I have to do at night, and it sucks. Like on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm the only one, and I'm closing. That sucks. That's a lot to do. Because, like I said, I also end up working both cases, meat and seafood customers, while still trying to clean, still trying to pack out products, still doing whatever the fuck management wants me to do. So I do a lot. Of course, it doesn't matter, because apparently my lead bitches about everything anyway. I'm one of the, like I said, I'm one of the hardest working people in our department, and yet I'm underappreciated, and I get bitched at. It's like, they're like, oh, well, you didn't do Frozen. It's fucking Sunday, by myself, no help, You've got meat people filling or only cutting, and you expect me to watch and take care of customers for both sides. You want me to basically clean up the mess from my morning people, my openers. Then you want me to do fucking frozen, and you want me to close down, clean and close down, and then be out of the store by, or be off the clock by 11? That ain't fucking happening on a Sunday. And so then I get bitched like, oh, well, frozen wasn't done. We're you know, frozen needs to be done every day. If you hired more fucking people for me to do it, I would do it. I have no problem doing it, but I'm not gonna, I can't work. Okay, so we have truck every day minus Tuesday and Thursday. So that means we get frozen truck every day, basically. And half the time, there's only one closer. And then, like I said, if I'm not gonna leave the case. I can't leave the cases because meat people, again, don't really like taking care of customers, really, unless they absolutely have to, because they're always filling. They're either filling out in the wall, not really doing their frozen, but just filling the fresh stuff out on the wall. And then you got cutters who only want to fucking cut and fill for the case and maybe cut for the wall as well. And that's it. They don't really take care of customers. They're always in the back room. So then you have me trying to do my stuff and get myself ready for closing, but also taking care of both side customers, and you know, all this other stuff. I can't do frozen. What do you mean? Nice. Well, it looks like you gotta dupe it for me. We'll have to dupe it. For sure. Yeah. Well, I wanted to be able to dupe it at least twice so I can put it on my other character. So I can have it. Oh, it's a level 8 one. Yeah. I was wondering why. Fuck you. Shit, I went too close. Yeah, I'm alright. For now. I mean, the honest question would be, or the honest answer would be, I'm never okay, but... Yeah. Yeah. So I lie every time I say I'm okay. For the most part. Mm. That happens. You didn't notice on that one mission we were rescue rolling that at one you get to one port and there's a bandit that literally just jumps off and kills himself? Yeah, he's like, screw this, I'm out of here, and then jumps off. Well, considering until the last like 30 seconds of this match, I was by myself and I was facing a full squad. I went 32 and 39 with 21 confirms, which is the second highest person of confirms in the game in this match. So I think I did pretty good.